Yo, YouTube! Greetings and salutations, it's your boy, Uncle Jim.
There he is, Uncle Jim. Let's go.
Check it out. Left, west, best. It's your boy out on them streets. The West Coast Wizard, Mr. Curtis Magic.
Curtis Magic. Hey, Curtis, you're so fine, you blow my mind.
Hey, Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you coming through and checking out another episode of the Curtis Magic and Uncle Jid Show. Woo! We are out here, and we are checking out, once again, those of you
today.
Home fries,
Hey.
We're getting a little bit into their spiritual side. We are going to check out How Great Thou Art, a old school jam from way back in the day.
Way back.
And, you know, Madge and I both spent our little time in the pews, so we are familiar with.
Yeah, we crushed those pews.
So, we don't want to talk about it all. We're about to get into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom. The Shire.
That's tight.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When through the woods and forest glades I wander and hear the birds sing sweetly in the tree. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and see the brook and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation and take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall bow in humble adoration and then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art,
Thank you so much for watching How Great Thou Art. This is our
Come on. Making believers.
Yo. Let me come correct here, okay?
Tell them.
Madge and I
Preach.
both grew up
Preach.
in
Yeah.
the auspices
Mhm.
of the steeple under the bell tower, if you will. And it's important to us. We're both, dudes of faith. We still operate in that vein. And man, I'll
Sure.
tell you, it's moving when you hear this
Yeah.
rendition in this vein. And
Mm.
yeah, maybe I'm gonna say without question the best I've ever heard this song ever presented.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey.
and
Yeah.
again, having a few times done some choral work, I just gotta say, man, absolute hats off.
Yep.
And salute to the arrangement.
Thank you.
What a tremendous
Gracias.
what a tremendous construct of this song to put together a way to highlight but not overpower, not say let's say let's bring it into a construction where one person is going to be elevated above another. It was this unification, even though everybody was very distinct. The difference between Rob and Tim is night and day.
Yeah.
But you come in with that super ground shattering kind
Right.
of low bass end,
And it doesn't hurt to look a little bit like Jesus while you're at it.
I mean, you're out in the rolling hills, you're out in the grandeurs of creation and whatnot. But it was just a wonderfully arranged piece. And
let me
subtle, okay, go ahead.
Just let me build on that. One thing that is really tricky to do is because it's a beautiful hymn, but any hymn you sing it, 3 stanzas of it or whatever, there's a redundancy. It can be a little. Now, sometimes, if you got
a predictability, if you will.
Yeah. Sometimes it can feel a little bit like become a little bit monotonous.
Yeah, correct.
Correct.
And
so one thing they did was fantastic. I mean, to your point, the exchange of kind of moving up the pitch ladder was really smart because it broke up that monotony. The other thing they did is they shortened just slightly that first chorus. It made you kind of want the full chorus a little bit. Go, wait a minute, that's not how that chorus goes. They cut it short. And so by the time you got to it the second time, it felt like the first time.
Right.
Really creative things that they're doing. And then the flipping mashup with It As Well.
It As Well, right.
They brought that. I mean, that
was
the perfect thing to bring
everybody was on their A game vocally.
Everybody was on their A game. And then once again, an earned key change.
Yeah.
And Austin took it up there, and it was gold.
I can't speak enough about some of the now this is in look, forgive me those of you who have taken you got your bachelor's or master's in vocals, in choral
music
or
theory,
whatever,
music
theory and so on.
Yeah.
I probably won't get all the terminology 100% on the nose, but I will say that there is this element of choral music.
Yeah.
And I hear it more often than not in an African-American choir.
Yes, sir.
Where there are these really crisp, sharp, haunting, melodic components, almost ethereal with the vocalization. It doesn't even sound like that normal it's got this kind of angelic kind of and I don't mean just in the wheelhouse of like, all right, this is a normal range vocally of the note. It's got like a haunting kind of a piercing sort of a tune to it, and it's this subtle these subtle high-end note holds that are really kind of like, whoa, because you're hearing the melody come through, and then you just hear this like, whoa, I can't even describe it. You have to hear it. And for these guys to be able to recreate that feel in a few of their switchovers from chorus to verse and the the ending parts of stanzas, you know, that's just a testimony to a well studied and full bag of tools to be a vocal performer. You get what I'm saying?
I do. And let me take a shot at analyzing, you know, breaking that down from this angle, which is to say some of the tightness of the harmonies, and especially the ooey stuff, the oohs and stuff. Now, if a Eurocentric kind of historical choir, there's going to be more of them, and there's going to be a lot of restraint for the sake of blending. And what they're doing is they're more going the route of, we're going to take those tight ethereal harmonies, but we're going to punch them a little bit, like it reminded me of kind of like a Take Six or a Winans.
Absolutely.
We're gonna be tight, and we're gonna have that sibling proximity where you're just like,
but we're gonna shoot it through the atmosphere, though.
We're gonna punch it.
Right.
And if there's a beltiness even to the oohs and ahs. That is more in the vein of a gospel choir versus like a traditional Euro something.
Right.
You know.
And guys, when we say this kind of stuff, we're, you know, obviously, you know us, you know, we're a blended group, obviously. And the idea isn't to distinguish between you know, ethnic backgrounds, but the idea is to it's this amazing sort of culmination of like learning from each other and warm tones and sharp tones. You might hear something that has a characteristic that oftentimes will be attributed to one type of performance versus another, but to see that someone, you know, bring that kind of you know, sort of cross disciplinary skill set is really just hats off.
It's possible that you could take the ethnicity race component away and just say like it's similar to taking like a high church experience out of like Boston or London, England, and then bringing the southern, any kind of southern gospel jam into it, and kind of that fusion. That's kind of what it reminded me of. But anyways, I mean, the whole thing, look, if that's what church sounded like every Sunday morning, there would be no decline in membership.
Listen, I'm telling you, I was choked up a little bit. I was choked up.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, it was nice.
You know, it's and what a really what a perfect backdrop. You know, they're in the rolling hills, they're in the grandeur. So when it speaks of it, you're visualizing and hearing it. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. Real talk to the listeners, to the viewers. You know, we've had some experiences in our family in the last year that have been very, you know, emotive. They've been some tough, like, you know, the COVID, and everybody's gone through just these tremendous experience, you know, like difficult journeys in these last 2 years. And, you know, unfortunately we may still be journeying in that direction, but just to, I mean, sometimes just hearing those lyrics and the music, it just has this sort of, you know, calming or supportive or encouraging component to it. All music can do that, but some is definitely kind of vibed out to maybe feel, you know, draw certain emotions in certain ways, but to feel uplifted. You know, this one did that and it nailed it. And you know, so I was definitely you know, feeling the emotions throughout the course of their performance. It was fantastic.
Yeah, props to the era of the classic hymn writers of the like. We're gonna like really like. They poured a lot into the attention to the lyrics and the melody, and that it's a melody that has a universality to it, because we don't have to do it the old way that they used to do it. It can it
doesn't have to have that
different forms.
It doesn't have to have a dirgy funeral type vibe.
Yeah, it doesn't. You know? It doesn't have to be Anne from Arrested Development. She's like, oh Lord God. Right? Her.
Egg.
Plain as the egg on. No, what is that? Plain as the ant on egg's face.
Her. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you coming through. Listen, do you even want? I feel like maybe there's something in the.
There might be something there.
Can you just give us a little bit of a what you would say is like a kind of a wrap up, summarization, if you will, vocally, of what you experienced.
We listened to Humphrey
Very.
It was so good.
No one has channeled and Mr. Norwal from Elf better than my man on the West Coast did. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope we hope you were encouraged. We hope like we were for sure.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. We loved it, and it definitely offered a little bit of something we like to offer to the people, which is the pee.
Yo, you know I'ma run this, kid. Shouts out to Curtis Magic and Uncle Jizz. Yeah, when I do my lyrics, dog, I'm repping for the faction. Hit them up online for the fly ass reactions. Yeah, out to him, I be giving mad love. Yo, shout to Uncle Jizz, I'ma give you the plug.